Thank you for starting your Tuesday with us here on 9 News. I'm Erica Lopez in for Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Lawrence Cafidi in for Corey Rose. Christmas is now just days away, and we're helping you stay on top of all of your holiday planning and travel. So let's take a look at this morning's top stories as you get up and you get ready for your day. Taking a live look over the runways at DIA this morning as the airport starts what could be one of the busiest Christmas travel days. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is there live, filling us in on what you could expect in just minutes.
Plus, CDOT is warning travelers looking to hit the road this week as well.
And forget a white Christmas, we could be in for our warmest Christmas ever. Katie LaSalle has the forecast in just minutes.
First, though, we want to get right out to the airport, to DIA, where they're expecting to see more than 750,000 people pass through TSA through the holiday season. Today could be one of the busiest days out there.
Let's get out to 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon. She joins us live. Courtney, how's everything going this morning? It was pretty busy last time we checked in with you.
Hey, good morning, Erica and Lauren. Yeah, it's pretty busy here at DIA. Typically at this time of morning, it's a little bit slower. Today we're seeing a little bit more traffic, of more people here, more passengers. Take a look behind me here. This is West Security. This is a TSA line. This one's going to be about 12 to 16 minutes long right now, so it kind of looks scarier than it is. On the other side at East Security, they're looking at about 25 to 29 minutes. And delays so far this morning looking good at Denver International Airport. Spoke with some of our meteorologists this morning, and they said, you know, weather shouldn't be an issue for flights today, so at least you have that on your side. So today, as well as Saturday and Sunday, are expected to be the busiest travel days of the holiday season here at Denver International Airport. If you haven't been to DIA in the past year, though, there have been quite a few changes inside the terminal. All security checkpoints are now located on the north end of level 6. That's the opposite end of the terminal from the hotel. Airline counters for DIA's largest carriers like United and Frontier are still on level 6. But many of the other airlines have been temporarily moved in the center of level 5. Make sure to check your flight status before you leave for the airport and give yourself plenty of time to get through TSA. You can check wait times online and even book ahead a reservation for the West Security checkpoint. TSA suggests putting gifts in bags to avoid the risk of having to unwrap holiday presents. And right now the Pikes Peak parking lot is full, but they do have Longs Peak open for you if you are driving to the airport. And to get everyone in the holiday spirit, they're also playing Christmas music. They have a live piano player downstairs in the Great Hall starting at 8 a.m. today. But if you are coming to the airport, pack your patience. It's busy. People are stressed. They've got kids and families, and they're going long distances. So pack your patience here at the airport. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
And it's loud. They're making those announcements while you're trying to talk, Courtney. You're doing a great job this morning. We appreciate you. Well, with the travel rush underway, TSA is warning passengers to expect long lines at the airport, like you just heard from Courtney. Experts are sharing some ways to make your trip a bit smoother. First, you can get TSA pre-check. You can still get it. Cost around $85. It's good for 5 years. If a second person in your family gets it, they're going to get $15 off if you enroll together before the end of the year. TSA also has a program. It's called TSA Cares, where they help seniors over 75, people with disabilities, and parents with young children making their way through security. Meanwhile, experts recommend not parking at the airport. We know those lots are going to get full. Instead, use the app Spot Hero. You can actually find cheaper options really close to the airport.
CDOT is warning you could see some more traffic on the Front Range as people get all that last-minute holiday shopping done, all the chores right now, right? That is mainly because there's a large number of shopping centers in the area. To help ease holiday traffic, CDOT is suspending construction projects starting at noon tomorrow. Also, there's going to be no work scheduled from Christmas to New Year's. And if you're heading up to the high country for the holidays, there will be no lane closures throughout the week because of the Floyd Hill project.
And let's talk traffic really quickly before we get to Sky 9 over 36 and I-25. I want to talk about the airport parking lots open right now. And right now we're in pretty good shape. If you do need to catch a flight out, West Economy, West Garage open, East Garage, East Economy is open. Pikes Peak Shuttle Lot is the only one full right now. Sky 9 looking fine, dark and early over 36 and I-25. Let's get you a quick check of CDOT. Same story as you make your way through Commerce City. Left-hand side of your screen, Vasquez and 270, not busy. I-25 in North Glen, same story. Quick look of our map this morning. DIA Drive is clear right now. If you're making your way along I-70, seeing all green. Pena, Tower Road, 470. Very, very good shape starting things out there. We want to send things over to Katie LaSalle with our Weather Impact team now for a look at your forecast.
Erica, thank you. It is 6:04. It is Tuesday, December 23rd. And if you stepped outside yesterday, you're like, is it really late December? 76 officially out of Denver International Airport. At least it is dry. So if you do need to do any travel across the region, it's Colorado and south, you will find some pretty easy conditions. We are not bracing for any major storm systems. It'll really just be the temperatures we'll be talking about through Christmas, ahead of a little mountain moisture by the end of the week. We saw a high of 76 degrees though out of Denver International Airport. That is the warmest day in December that Denver has seen in 86 years, shatter the previous record of 70 set back in 1955. Where's winter? Well, the next couple of days it's just going to be unseasonably mild and dry. Fortunately, today the wind's a whole lot calmer. Red flag warnings have expired, so no advisories to tell you about. A little more cloud coverage, higher humidity, slightly cooler temperatures out the door this morning. We're hovering in the low 40s right now, so there's a chill in the air, but I want to let you know our average high temperature in Denver on the state is 43 degrees. So we're sitting in the 40s right now, upper 30s out at the airport. Colder this morning in the mountains, teens and low 20s. So you definitely want that extra layer stepping out. No weather worries. Winds will stay relatively calm, partly to mostly cloudy skies. By noon, 65 degrees and highs in the mid to upper 60s expected. So not at record territory. The record is 73 for the state, but still well above average. And that continues across Colorado. We really could use some snow, but the mountains today is just going to be feeling like springtime. 50s in Steamboat Springs and Vail. 50 degrees the expected high in Telluride, with 60s and 70s over the eastern plains. Now, unfortunately, with the lack of snow, our Colorado snowpack continues to dwindle, 58% right now, what we typically see this time of the year. But as we take you through our statewide futurecast, today, tomorrow stays dry. Early Christmas morning, mostly clear skies, pretty lovely temperatures. We'll be in the 60s in Denver. If you're dreaming of a white Christmas, the high country is expecting to see some snow in spots over higher terrain into our central mountains, mainly west of the Continental Divide. We'll look at these snow totals, how it could impact your travel if you do have any after Christmas on Thursday, coming up in your extended forecast.
Katie, thank you so much. The trial of a man charged in connection with a nearly 20-year-old Boulder County homicide has ended in a mistrial. Prosecutors say the jury was deadlocked in the case against 53-year-old John Angerer, who's charged with second-degree murder in the 2006 death of Angela Wild. Wild's body was found in South St. Vrain Canyon outside of Lyons. Angerer was first arrested in 2010, but the case was dismissed for lack of probable cause. Investigators later developed new evidence leading to a grand jury indictment in 2023. The district attorney says that the office is now looking at next steps and remains committed to pursuing justice in the case.
North Glen police say the person who their officers shot last week pointed a gun at them. The shooting happened around 9:15 last Friday night near the North Glen Marketplace. That's just off of 104th Avenue near I-25. Police say they got a call about a suspicious person in the area. When officers approached them, the person ran off. Police now say that person pointed a gun at officers during the foot chase. Officers shot them. They were hospitalized and are expected to survive. No officers were hurt.
A man had alcohol and drugs in his system when he caused a deadly head-on crash near Franktown. That's according to an autopsy report 9 News Investigates got a hold of for Walter Hewling. Investigators say Hewling lost control of the stolen car he was driving last month and caused a crash that ended in the deaths of himself and 4 others on Highway 83. Look at all of that damage. The autopsy shows his blood alcohol level was nearly 3 times the legal limit, and he had meth in his system. Hewling had been paroled from state prison in September 2023. At the time, officials considered him a high risk to commit another crime. Documents show he repeatedly missed drug tests and didn't show up for mandatory meetings with his parole officer. He was also arrested in Longmont in a disturbance in which he admitted to drinking heavily and using mushrooms. Now, any of those things could have sent him back to prison, but they didn't.
There weren't just warning signs. This was like Vegas, the Strip, with lights flashing. It's unbelievable that the parole officers supervising this individual did not seek to revoke his parole.
Because Hewling was considered high risk to offend again, his parole officer was supposed to have monthly face-to-face meetings with him. But documents from the Department of Corrections show there was no contact between the parole officer and Hewling for more than 2 months before this crash. Arapahoe County commissioners have approved a nearly $670 million budget for 2026. That's a 17% increase over this year. The boost comes more than a year after voters passed a ballot measure 1A, allowing the county to hang on to additional property tax revenue by opting out of Tabor limits. County leaders say the added funds help close a budget gap and invest in public safety, human services, and infrastructure. Officials say the budget also sets aside money for road repairs, affordable housing, and rental assistance, while keeping extra money for any uncertainty in the future.
Colorado AG Phil Weiser and 20 other attorney generals are suing the Financial Protection Bureau. They claim the Trump administration is unlawfully withholding funding from the agency. The lawsuit challenges the White House's claim that the CFPB can only be funded by Federal Reserve profits, which have been negative in recent years. Without additional funding, the consumer watchdog is expected to run out of operating money as early as January. State attorneys general argue Congress created the CFPB and the administration cannot choose whether to fund it. The lawsuit asks a federal judge to order the agency to access available funding so that it can continue protecting consumers.
The Trump administration is ordering immigration officials to stop processing all green card applications from 19 countries. That includes Afghanistan. It's a move immigration experts say is unprecedented since the aftermath of 9/11. The directive affects thousands of immigrants already in the system and requires additional revetting for refugees who had previously been cleared to enter the U.S. A CU Boulder law professor says the policy raises some serious legal concerns, including potential national origin discrimination. The changes follow a recent shooting in Washington, D.C. involving a suspect from Afghanistan. Critics call this connection an unfair target against entire communities. President Trump has argued these changes are necessary for national security concerns.